if you want to have more conversations, get more people to see your content, and perhaps make more sales throughout time. But doing that can be extremely time consuming. So I asked myself, like, how can I automate this? How can I make it so I don't use my personal time to do that, but actually have the software reach out to these people, send them a friend request, send them a personalized message that is not sounding automated, but still with something that we have in common, and only focus on the people that want to have a chat. How amazing would that be if this would be possible, right? It is. And let me show you how you'd be able to do that using Messenger Pro. So let me just share my screen with you here. And the first thing that you see as we are in the Facebook Messenger right here is that my Messenger looks a little bit different probably than yours, because I have all these amazing cool looking tags right here. As you can see, hot lead, Exodus lead, follow up, potential partner, test, new. Whatever makes sense for you and your business, you will be able to create a tag specifically for that, because it is a Chrome extension. And once you log in, you'll be able to create, tags for whatever makes sense for you and your business. So whether you want to keep track of people, where they are in the sales cycle, you want to mark them as somebody that you need to follow up with, somebody that is a hot lead and is very close to buying, somebody that is interested, or somebody that has seen your video, maybe somebody that is a high ticket lead marketer, whatever might make sense. You'll be able to create a tag just like that. In this scenario, I have created a tag called Exodus Elite because this is where I'm going to be going to get my target audience, because I know inside of this group are people that have purchased a product before, which means that they're more than likely going to purchase again. Now, in order for you to really understand and grasp that, let me just actually show you a live demo so you can see it in action. So in this case, I'm just going to go into the Exodus Elite Facebook group. I'm just going to look into a post right here where I know there are a lot of engaged people, maybe commenting on somebody, like welcoming them to, the new partnership. So in this case, Aroshi, she joined the Exodus Elite G1000 partnership. And as you can see, a bunch of members have engaged with this specific post. So I'm going to click on the likes right here. And now I'm going to click on the hearts. And as you can see, I have a bunch of people that have not friend requested yet. So in this case, I can go into the menu right here at the top. I can choose the tag that I want to work with. In this case, it is Exodus Elite, because here we have created the specific message template that we want that people receive. So in this case, I'm going to click on that. I can choose a people limit, how many friend requests and messages it's going to send out. In this case, I'm just not going to do that, because I'm just going to do 1 or 2 so you can actually see how it works. Now I'm going to click Start, and as you can see, Delroy already received a friend request, and now I'm going to open up it's going to open up a messenger window, and it's going to pull in the message that I have just pre-written before. So as you can see, I'm not doing anything. The software is doing that for me. And now it's going to send Delroy a message with his first name saying that we have something in common. In this case, we are both part of the same group, and then ask him an open-ended question. So it's going to say, hi Delroy, I just saw that you're also part of the Facebook group, and I'm going to go back to my Facebook Messenger in just a second so you can actually see what it says. So now it's going to go into waiting mode, so it's not going to automatically, send friend requests like one after the other, but it's actually going to wait to make sure that it's mimicking human behavior. So let me just go back into my messenger right here. As you guys can see, it says, hi there, Roy. I just saw that you're also part of the Exodus Elite Facebook group, so I decided to connect. Hope that's cool with you. How was your week so far? Right? As you can see, it doesn't sound like a totally automated message. It has their first name, it has that we have something in common, and just has an open-ended question that I can build up a conversation with. Make sure that this is not to automate the whole process. It is just to get your foot in the door and avoid having to spend your personal time reaching out to people and having them ignore your messages. Now I can just sit back, do my journaling, answer the messages on my phone, and make myself some coffee while the software is doing what it does right now. So as you can see, hello Albert, I just saw that you are also part of the Exodus Elite Facebook group, so I decided to connect. Hope that's cool with you. How long have you been part of it already? Right? So it asks a different question at the end, making it a unique message. Now let me just stop this right here, but as you can see, it has sent out 2 messages right now, and then I would be able to let it run for how long I want it, but you can add like 10, 15, 20 friend requests in the morning and then 20 at night, and you already have plenty of daily connections that you can then get back to when they see the message and actually want to chat, right? This is the coolest thing, because now you don't need to spend your personal time on it, but you actually let the software do its thing, and you only focus on the people that actually want to chat and you can build your targeted audience on autopilot. Now, this is the first place where you can add people from any post, right? So it might be a post on a Facebook ad, it might be on a Facebook page, it might be on a Facebook group, or just a personal profile. Just ask yourself, where is my targeted audience already hanging out in? What kind of posts are they engaging with? And go to that post, all right? The second place where you can add people from is, again, from any kind of Facebook group. So ask yourself, what Facebook group is my target audience already hanging out with? If you can find a buyer's Facebook group where you know for a fact the people that are inside of this group are potential buyers or already proven buyers, that is the best thing to do. Now in this case, let's just go with Exodus Elite again. You can go into ClickFunnels, you can go into any kind of Facebook group that you know your target audience is hanging out in. Then you're going to click on members right here, and it's going to pull up this window with this in place. So now you can choose different categories: admins and moderators, members with things in common, new to the group. And in this case, I'm just going to go with members with things in common. I'm going to choose the tag Exodus Elite right here. Now, what you can do here is that you can hyper target people based on a specific profile tag your audience is identified themselves as. So if you want to target specifically CEOs or founders or coaches or affiliate marketers or people that are self-employed, you will be able to add a profile tag here. And whatever you're going to add into that profile tag space right here, the software is going to go out and look for this specific thing. So it says works as self-employed, owner and CEO, superhero at XYZ. So this is what it's going to look out for. So if you're going to put self-employed, for example, Matt would get a friend request, but Danny would not. And it's going to go down the list and look for the next person who has self-employed in their profile. Now, to just demonstrate how this would work without a profile tag, let me just choose members with things in common. Click on start right now. That's going to open up a new window with the members with things in common. And now, as you will see, Bryce will get a friend request right here. And then again, I have created a template beforehand, which is going to get sent out automatically as well. And I'm not doing anything at the moment. The software Messenger Pro is doing it for me. So now Bryce is going to get a message from me saying, hey Bryce, we are both in the Facebook group, so I'll send you a friend request. Hope that's cool with you. Let me just click on stop right now, go back to my Messenger, so you can see that it just sent out a friend request and a message saying, hey, hope that's fine with you. How was your week so far? It doesn't sound automated at all. We have their first name in it. We have something that we have in common and an open-ended question, so we can build up that conversation. Just keep in mind that this is used to get your foot in the door, to get this first conversation going. After that, you're going to take over and you're going to have this organic and personal touch back, because you need to have this organic and personal touch in order to have these conversations with these people, build a relationship, just get to know them, what they're up to, and see if there might be a potential fit for what you have or not. And obviously these people will now start seeing your content, because when you send them a friend request plus a message, they will for sure check out your Facebook profile. And you've done your job correctly. They might go through your profile funnel and check out what else you have to offer. Especially if you have been following step number 1 in building a targeted audience on autopilot using Messenger Pro, you generally will be having more conversations with more people day by day by day. And with days, weeks, and months to come, you're literally going to be talking to hundreds, if not even thousands of people throughout this time. So being able to keep track of the people you're talking to and making sure that you can color code them into specific categories like follow-up, hot lead, interested, and making sure you really understand who is this person and where is this person in my sales cycle, that is going to give you the edge when you talk to people on your Facebook Messenger. So with that said, let me just share my screen with you and let me show you what you can do with it. So the first thing that you see that you have seen before are these cool looking tags right here. All of these tags represent a specific information about this specific person. So whatever makes sense for you and your business, whether that's follow-up, interested, hot lead, potential user, part of a specific group, you will be able to create a tag for that and tag people while you have conversations with them. So once you have created them, you will be able to use them inside of your Messenger inbox. So for example, previously in the video, I have been messaging people from a specific Facebook group, which is Exodus Elite. Now they have this specific tag, but just for demo purposes, I just want to show you how that would work with having a new conversation with a new person within the Facebook Messenger. So I have a default tag called new, which basically is going to get applied to every single new conversation that I'm going to be having inside of the messenger. Now, while I have the conversation, I can ask Bryce, for example, specific questions, which might identify that he might be a potential user, that he might be somebody I need to follow up with, or whatever, might make sense out of the conversation that we have with Bryce. So in this case, I can just click on new right here and change his tag from new to, let's just say, potential user. And now it's automatically going to change that in here, and the next time I'm going to go into the Facebook Messenger, I will be able to tell that he is a potential user. Now, let's go back to new right here, because there are a couple of cool things that you will be able to do within the Facebook Messenger, which is just going to turn it into an organized sales machine instead of being a chaotic mess. Now, obviously, you're going to be spending a lot of time in your messaging inbox, and you're going to be messaging a lot of people, and a lot of the times you're going to be, messaging them the same things over and over and over again. For example, a lot of people are going to ask you, hey, what do you do? Or how long have you been in the game? Or what do you help people with? Or whatever, people might be asking you, you will obviously have to rewrite the same thing over and over and over and over again. But with Messenger Pro, you will be able to create something that's called message templates. So in this case, let me just go into my tag right here, new. And then I'm going to click on message templates into broadcasts. And as you can see, I have a bunch of different message templates right here ready to go. So that means I have pre-written them once, and I'll be able to use them over and over again within my personal little clipboard, which is right here. So we have a conversation with Bryce, right? He, might be asking me, hey, how are you doing? I can just click on that and can say, hey, I'm doing fantastic, just made myself some delicious coffee. And watch what happens. Not only does it pull in the message right here, but it actually also pulls in a picture that I have attached to this specific message, which is really, really cool, because if you want to build rapport with people inside of the Facebook Messenger inbox, you will be able, or you can, share some personal stuff, which is going to build that rapport, that mutual understanding of trust, right? So you can add pictures, for example, to the messages. But let's just say he's going to ask me, hey, what do you do? I can click on that again, and then I can scroll down and basically say, I've been into affiliate marketing since 2016, blah, 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 and whatever I wanted to tell. Or maybe he asked me, hey, what do you do, or how do you help people? I can say, hey, I mainly help organic Facebook marketers buy back their time by automating some of the most time-consuming and annoying Facebook tasks like blah, 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 blah. So as you can see, having to rewrite that would take me, maybe a minute of my life. I don't have to do that because I have already created a message template, and you will notice what kind of messages you tend to create over and over again. So whatever templates you create, you will be able to use it within this specific tag. So listen to what I say here. The templates that you create are going to be available within a specific tag. So if Bryce is going to move from new, for example, into a potential user, right, it's also going to change the message templates that I will be able to send him out, which is going to make it more unique to the situation or to the tag that he is in. So just to show you what I mean by that is now Bryce went from new into potential user. So the templates right here are going to be different. See what I mean here? So if you have a tag follow-up, for example, you will be able to have a couple of message templates that's going to be specific to something, regarding following up with people. So that is mainly what you can do, and there's one more thing that I have forgot to show you, and that is that you can keep notes on people inside of your Facebook Messenger. So whatever you want to keep track of, whether that, Bryce is a G1000 member, maybe he is a coach, maybe he loves to travel, right? Whatever makes, whatever information you will be able to gather from the conversation that you have with this person, you will be able to put that as a note, as a little bit of piece of information, and just save it. So the next time you're going to be talking to Bryce, for example, you can just pull up the notes right here, and you'll be able to have a bunch of information all ready to go. Just by having those tags alone, I guarantee you that your whole organic Facebook marketing and messaging is going to be completely changing, because now you can actually just move people from one tag to the other, and the next time you're going to be in your Facebook Messenger, you're just going to see that instantly and know who to follow up with. Because here's the reality. You're going to be talking to so many people over the next few days, weeks, and months to come. Hundreds and even thousands of people. And if you do not have a system in place, if you do not have a way to keep track of who the people you are talking to and where they are in your sales cycle, I guarantee you, you will be losing out on sales. Because the reality is that people do not buy on impulse. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Let me repeat that one more time. The fortune is in the follow-up. Because nowadays, it is not enough to just slide into the DMs, send them a message, build rapport, diagnose a problem, send them a link, and then just hope that people will buy. You need to have multiple touch points with them. You need to be going back into the messenger inbox, let them see your content, let them see your Facebook stories, and let them see you over and over and over again. Because the reality is that people do not buy just into the offer, into the product that you have, but they actually buy into you. Don't get me wrong, the product and offer need to be amazing and irresistible, but people buy into you, your confidence behind the product, and in your ability to get them to where they want to be. And how you'll be able to do that is by having multiple touch points and following up with these people. But obviously, in order to do that, you need to have a system in place. So with that said, let me share my screen with you. Let me show you how you will be able to do that using Messenger Pro. All right, so as you already previously saw, inside of my Messenger inbox, I have all those cool looking tags. Now, obviously, the more people you're going to be talking to, the more people you're going to be tagging within the specific tag. For a couple seconds, but as you can see right here, Andrew is my guinea pig. He is getting a bunch of automatically, and now I have on my phone, I will be having a new Google Calendar event telling me to reach out to Bryce on Monday at 10:45. How amazing is that, right? And I didn't have to leave my Facebook Messenger. So now, whenever you have conversations with people inside of the Messenger inbox, you will be able to automatically re-tag them to whatever makes sense based on your conversation. You'll be able to sort those people by a specific tag, example, follow up, and it's going to pull up all the people you can talk to or need to follow up with. You'll be able to send broadcast messages and a couple of other cool functions. Now that alone is going to put your follow-up game to the next level. You will never lose another sale because you have not followed up with these people. Now if you've been following all of this step with step number 1, growing your targeted audience on autopilot using Messenger Pro, then turning your Messenger inbox into an organized sales machine and following up with all the potential leads that you now have, you without a doubt will be having more conversations, more qualified leads, and potentially more sales coming your way. Now the next step here is to make offers, rinse and repeat, and make more money, because this is what we're all here for. And how you'll be able to do that is by actually making offers or two-step posts within your Facebook profile. So because you're going to be having more conversations with people, more and more people will be seeing your Facebook content. And if you're going to be doing it correctly and strategically, those people, if you're talking to the right people and have the right messaging in your posts, will be reaching out back to you or comment on your stuff. And one way where you can get inbound leads or people telling you that they want to have more information is by doing these two-step posts, basically saying, hey, comment XYZ down below if you want to know how I was able to XYZ. Or comment down below if you want to have my new PDF showing you how to generate more qualified leads in less time and less effort, or you get the idea. So one of the things that you can do with Messenger Pro is actually to automate that process. Now let's just say you have just done a post inside of the Facebook group or on your Facebook profile saying, hey, comment XYZ down below if you want to get my newest PDF showing you X, Y, and Z. Then they're going to be commenting, info or test or me or whatever it is that you want them to comment on, below this post. Now, what you will have in this case, let's just say that this is one of these posts. I have just a test post and I've got a couple of people commenting on it just so I can create this video. But let's just say this is a real post, right? Now, you could obviously go in and answer each of these people, individually, which is going to take a lot of time because now you have to you have to comment on their comment and then go into their profile, take the message, send them the message that you want to send them to, and all of that can be very time consuming. Obviously on a low scale, with like 5, 10, 15 people, that's no problem. But if you're getting like 50 to 100 to 200 people commenting on your posts, it can get very, very time consuming. So you will be able to automate that. And let me just show you how it would work in action. So in this case, I just told them, hey, comment, test down below. So this is the target keyword that I want them to comment. So let me just pull up Messenger Pro right here. go to my engages right here, and here you can see a test engage. So I'm just going to go quickly over how I have set it up. I'm not going to go too much in that, but there's going to be detailed video training on how to do that. But here I have given it a title. I've made it like how many comments it should make before making the post, deciding whether or not I also want to send them a personal message with the comments that I'm going to be replying with, the keyword that I'm looking for, and then the comment that I want to comment under their comment, and the message that I want to send them. Now, it might not make any sense right now, but let me just show you it in action, and it will just in a second. So let me just click on go right here. It's going to open up that post, that particular post, inside of the mobile version. And then, as you can see, it has a bunch of different test comments. In this case, we have one rebel right here, hashtag rebel, which it is going to send a different comment under her comment right here. So now, Darren is the first one who has the test one. So it says, hey Darren, thank you so much for allowing me to test this new engage function. I will send you a message shortly. So as you can see, it has tagged this person inside of this post. So they get a notification saying, hey, Robert has tagged you in a comment. And then it's going to open up him and his messenger right here. And it is going to send him a message. Now, and while it is doing that, and I literally have used it to reply to 30 or 35 people, while I was just drinking my coffee, right? So that is an incredibly powerful and time-saving function that you will be able to use to automate your two-step posts and not use your personal time on it. And obviously, if you're going to do that, rinse and repeat, do those two-step posts, you will getting more and more conversations within your messenger. You'll be able to follow up with these people using Messenger Pro and so much more. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you want to test out Messenger Pro for 7 days completely for free, click the button on this page, get yourself the 7-day trial. I guarantee you will love it, and if not, just cancel it and you have, just tried it out. So with that said, this is Robert, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. What's going on, my friend?